Good morning. It's turned out nice again. Mother ass. It's lovely out there today, guys. Oh, I feel like summer's getting back. And I've got a lovely cup of coffee in these fancy glasses. Whatever happened to just like my Liverpool mug and that? Since she's moved, they've got all these like fancy things and that. You know what I mean? And don't talk to me about like are they called throwovers? Blankets? I don't know. I've had to take all these. You want to see? When I sat on this settee, right, there must have been five cushions in this corner here. What is it with women in cushions? And don't get me started on the bed. There's a joke in there somewhere as well. Right. Good morning. How are you? Welcome to the morning briefing. The morning briefings, for those that don't pay attention, are briefings in the morning, and it's highly unlikely that there'll be anything exciting in this video. And there'll probably be nothing about Liverpool Football Club. I don't know until I read some of the comments, or if something flashes up when I'm recording the morning briefing. But the morning briefing is basically me just saying, all right, guys, how you doing? We're still alive then. Nice one. You know, that's it. And the morning briefing, we talk about what the schedule is during the day. And I like to do my acknowledgments of people that have bought me a beer, which tomorrow is Saturday, just saying. So yeah, that's it. Morning briefing is just to catch up with the community, really. And I'm very sorry, but I am going to keep breaking to drink my coffee because I've got a busy morning. So I ain't got time to really sit around and drink a coffee for 15, 20 minutes and then do my video. So looking at the time, how we're doing, I'm going to leave here in 20 minutes, I reckon. That's not going to happen, is it? So, what's the schedule today? Right, so I'm sorry about the live stream last night. I did do a live stream last night, but my chick, she's working different hours for a couple of weeks. I think she's working 2 p.m. till 8 p.m. And usually she finishes at 3 o'clock. So 2 till 8 is clashing with my live stream. So what I'm going to do this evening, normally on a Friday we would go for a bite to eat, to be honest with you, but I'm not going to do that. I'm putting you first this evening. I am. If I said to her, I'll pick you up from work and we'll go for a bite to eat, she, oh, lovely, because she likes stuff like that, you know what I mean? So I'm going to do a live stream tonight. So what I think I'll do is I'm going to do it after she finishes work. So I'm thinking if she finishes at 8, I can start for 8:30 here, which is 7:30 in the UK. So this evening, 7:30 p.m. UK time, we'll have a live stream. I won't be flapping with like, oh, I've only got an hour. If it's well attended, you know, if we have a good conversation, we'll stay until I fall asleep, whatever. We'll just, but 7:30 tonight, right? I ain't told her yet. I guarantee you, we're going for breakfast this morning. Because she's not normally here, she's usually at work, right? So I guarantee you this morning she'll go, well, what we're doing tonight? And I go, fuck all, we're doing a stream, mate. You in that Liverpool? No, she's very, very, very supportive of what I do. And she's never once known about anything. Well, not to do with Liverpool, anyway. She's a good lass. If you want to get to know her, she created a YouTube channel recently. youtube.com/@ Dunk, D-U-N-K, and Laura. So like when we went to New York recently, the whole trip is on there if you'd like to get to know her a little bit. And we'd love you to come over to that channel. More stuff coming up on there soon. But you know what, since I got back from that trip in America, I don't feel organised or caught up at all at the moment. So just struggling really. I need to get my podcast sorted. I've got Met United TV. I've got so many things to do. Golazo España. I've not done any of these things. And now, obviously, I'm working for the club, so not Liverpool, my local club here. So, what I do on a Friday, I've had a quick look at the Spanish football dailies. I didn't see anything in them of interest concerning Liverpool. So, at the moment, I have nothing scheduled for you today as it stands. Although I would like to touch a little bit more on the Ornstein stuff. To do with the Arne Slot article. If you haven't seen that video or know anything about it, if you're going to do anything, watch the video. Yes, it does say must watch in the title. I don't do that very often. I mean, really, you should watch all of them. The videos must watch all. Must watch the morning briefing. But no. It's an important one, guys. It really is. So there's nothing scheduled at the moment. So but I'll try and get some content out for you today. But on a Friday, I go to training, and take some photos of the players, and I'm going to take the drone down today. Actually, I've got permission to fly the drone today. I submitted an application to the government, if you like, 6 days ago. So I can do that. We'll see. And what I do is I go to training, and I'm a football photographer, right? Amateur football photographer. In other words, I don't do it for a living. It's just my passion. I'm a hobbyist, right? And despite getting this senior role at the club, I'm not changing. Like, I want to be a football photographer for my club, for the community. It's a hobby. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe people go, well, why is a director of behind taking football? Because I love football and it's my free time, so I want to do that. So I went to training. Would have been last week, and what I do is I get the pictures and I print them out. So that's our manager, for example. Yeah. I'll quickly go through them because I know some of you are interested. Those of you that aren't can log off. And that's a polite way of saying it. There's the manager again. Oh, put myself in the face. And again. So I've got 3 for him. I'll put them all like in individual envelopes. This is Kobo, our striker, that Laura, my partner, really likes for some reason. We've got multiple plays here. I won't go through them all, but I want to show you this one. This is Davy. Some of you remember I went to New York recently, and he's from New York, and I said, if there's anything you need taking over for your parents, your family or whatever, or vice versa, and they came and met me in New York and brought loads of stuff back, to take back for him. They were ever so grateful. So just basically, I like to go to training. There's Hector. He scored a worldie earlier in the season. Amazing, I love him. And then you get like the fringe players, the young kids, goalkeeper. This lad here as well. This is a young goalkeeper, right? I think he's literally with the youth setup, but comes up to training, with the seniors. That's our first choice keeper. And that young lad, that little lad, he always comes up to me and says hello. Yeah, thank you for the photos and stuff. And I think it's his mum that's on Instagram. Always sends nice messages because I think I'm not sure that maybe his mum might be in France. I'm not sure because I think they're French. So I don't know if she's here with him or what. I don't know. But then if he's a young kid, how could he be? I don't know. It's not my business, and I'm not going to ask. But what I do know is that some of the players' families are overseas. So because I do the photographs and put them on the Instagram, CF Benidorm Talk, they get to see them. Like one of the players, his dad lives up in Barcelona, and he always messages me and says, "Please, can you get some photos of my son?" Because he doesn't see him that much. Jota, centre back, brilliant. Used to play for Atletico Madrid's youth setup, I think. Used to be a forward as well. There he is as well in training. So this is the same place we'll go today, and then it's just like on with the coaching staff. I like it. Do you know what I mean? I like putting a smile on people's faces. And someone quite senior recently said to me that when you take the photos, he said, I think the players, because the young lads and that, they're like, I think they're more interested in your photos than they are their salary, because we live in a society now, don't we, where I think young people especially, and especially footballers, they like to take pictures and put it on their Insta and all that. So, but yeah, I did think about it. I've been doing this for a while, printing them off for the players, and I thought to myself, now I'm like, director of media and growth strategy. I was like, is it appropriate for me to, be doing that still? I don't know, but I don't see why not. What do you think about that? I'm grounded, I'm just, I like my photography, I like promoting the club, and it's a few photographs of the players, isn't it, and, hands-on, really. Same on Sunday, we've got a game on Sunday, and I'm going to be there behind the goal with my camera, definitely. which is, you know, that I got a story to tell you. You know I haven't told Niall this yet. I need to tell Niall, my boy Niall. You know, I got that collapsible seat. It collapsed. I took it out yesterday. I went out with the drone yesterday for an hour. My new hobby, and I thought, oh, I'll take the drone, and it something snapped on it. So that's going back to Amazon. So much for that. And I know what you're thinking, but it says I checked the weight, and it should have had my weight at least another 80 kilos on top of my weight. So I was well within safety. All right. I'm just so glad it happened there and not at the ground. I didn't go flat on my ass, but it's made me a bit nervous. So I've organised a return to Amazon, and I've ordered a new one, which might be a few more quid more expensive, but that's me stood up at Sunday's game. So yeah, I went out with the drone yesterday. If you want to see that, it's on youtube.com/Duncan Oldham. I went to a reservoir nearby. Beautiful, beautiful day. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I find myself at peace with it, guys. When I watch the videos back, at the time you're just filming it and you can hear the drone like and all that. But when you edit the videos and put some music to it, and watch the drone gliding over the water and the wildlife and the trees, and it's just, I know it sounds soppy and soft. It's just making me feel so at peace and loving the fucking universe, man. Do you know what I mean? That is some real fucking. Pass me the joint, mate. No, I've never done drugs in my life. Trust me. Not that there's anything wrong if you do your business, but what I mean is I'm just a beer man, cider man. I like a drink. No, but it's made me like look at. I don't know. I just watch it back and I just think if you go and watch the video, youtube.com/@Duncan Oldham or Duncan Oldham. And if you watch it, I watch it and I just go, oh, it's just so like you know, life is just so beautiful. Do you know what I mean? You might not. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I don't know. It's beautiful. I love animals and I love wildlife. You don't really see much wildlife because you shouldn't really fly a drone near animals anyway, right? But even just going over the top of the tree. All right, I'll shut up, man. It's just, I don't know. I just find it really, really calming when I watch the videos back. Good. The videos take forever to edit. They're extremely frustrating, but I love it. It's my passion, man. Definitely. So, in a minute, I'll do my acknowledgements. There's not many, so I'm not too worried about the time. We're going to. As soon as she's out with the shower, I'll get this video online. I'm gonna take her for breakfast. Yeah, we're gonna go for a little breakfast, and then we are going to pick Martin up, my friend Martin, and because he's coming to training with us, we'll take the photos, leave them with the lads. I'm going to take some new ones. I might fly the drone. We'll see about my confidence with that because we're in the centre of town and. You know, I just want to make sure it's the right conditions and everything. But I do think it would be pretty cool to get some drone footage. And I don't want to disturb the players, so it needs to be at least 60 metres up. And I don't want to fly over the players. So how do you get good footage of them training without flying over? Do you know what I mean? So little things on my mind. I'm not going to stress out about it, but we're gonna see. I'll drop Martin off. She's at work this afternoon. Live stream tonight. I was thinking, would you be interested in me doing live streams during the day? You know, like in an afternoon or more day streams, as well as the evening stream, maybe twice a day. I do enjoy the streams. I find them very good, and I do like streaming during the daytime when I'm working, but you get a lot of people ask you questions and it disturbs my work. However, I'm thinking of doing them during the day as well as the evening. So there'll be two opportunities. Please let me know if you enjoy the live streams, but they don't work for you time wise. If you don't leave a comment and tell me, how do I know? You know, and yeah. So just let me know about that. Also, I want to get more of you involved with CF Benidorm, and I want your feedback in the comment section. You know, would you buy the match day program if it was available online? Say, and how much would you pay for that? You know, like €1, £1, say, something £2. I don't know. It's sold at the ground for €2. Um, would you be interested in that? Like even if you had 10 people do that for each game, even if it was €20, that's that can go to a volunteer that's volunteering at the club. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's not huge money, a huge revenue, but it's not really about that. It's more about awareness and getting people involved and building. I want to build an international army of supporters for this club, all right? And you've got to start somewhere. And I have an audience, and I have loyal people, and I have good, intelligent football people on this channel, who are grown up enough to support Liverpool and only Liverpool, but can turn around and say, "No, I've got a little interest in that Spanish club," And then if you ever come over here, on holiday, and a lot of people come into this area on holiday, then I will take you to the club, as a guest of mine, and make sure you're introduced to the president and the owners, if the owners are here, or anything like that. Some of you have asked about David Villa. He was appointed at Atletico Madrid yesterday, on within the organisation, if you like, and his role at Atletico Madrid has no change or bearing on CF Benidorm, where he is an owner. There's two owners at the club, and a few people have asked me about that, and I knew that announcement was coming, but it doesn't change anything at all. David Villa is just part of the ownership. He's not involved, here on a day-to-day basis. For example, he comes here when he can, but his role is not affected at CF Benidorm in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, I want to get you guys, more involved, just following the results. I did create another YouTube channel called CF Benidorm Talk. Never put anything on there. Would you like me to put weekly updates on there, just to give you a bit of interest as to what's going on? Let me know. I mean, I'm doing this new role, this director, position, but I'm a fan. Do you know what I mean? So I just welcome your feedback, really. Any ideas you've got for promoting the club to international fans, especially? I want to hear from you. And you can do that in the comment section, or if you just say, "Dunk, have you got an email address?" Oh, well, it's dunk@coptalk.com. So DUNK, right? I want this club to be successful, because if it's successful, the kids benefit. The kids get more opportunities, and like to attend the academy, to progress to other teams. Yaros, he was at the academy. He broke through into the first team halfway through last season. The end of last season, he was our top scorer in the first team, and was sold to Valencia, to their youth setup. And a few days ago, he made his debut for which I think is the reserve team at Valencia. I just haven't read it yet. I've been too busy. So and the young kids see that, and we want this to be seen as a place that develops youngsters. And not only that, not just in a footballing sense, but develops youngsters that are leaving college and get work opportunities. So for me, it's not just about the result on the pitch. We've got to make this into a huge operation, So I'm sticking to, I want to continue to do my photos. I want to maintain my fan role. Like on Sunday, I'm not going to go and sit in the president's area, or sit there with the owners or what. No, I'll be taking my photographs, but at half time I won't be going for my prawn sandwich. I'll be going over to see the lads and that. And I think it's important to maintain that connection and of trust and everything. So you can see I'm very interested and very energized and about all this, guys. It makes a massive thing. Is that a pillar up there? I don't know. It's not. Is that a pillar? Cushion. There's a cushion up there. All right, so yeah, give me your ideas. I want you to be involved. This can be your football club. It can. Listen, let's be honest. Premier League clubs and all that, they're never going to give a fuck what you think about what they do. This club here, all right, is going to go. It's going to go. It's going to climb up. Hopefully this season, well, we dropped into second. We got a massive game on Sunday. If we stay in the second, third place, there'll be a playoff against Torrevieja, which is our rivals, who complained recently about an ineligible player, and we got docked 3 points. It's a very well-supported British, influence club, if you like, a lot of British fans. Imagine a playoff with them. It's going to be carnage, They're playing tomorrow up in Javier, which is another town, probably 45 minutes, 50 minutes, an hour away from here. And the manager's invited me up. The Javier manager recently played our team and spoke to me. I got on really well with him. I interviewed him before the game, and he invited me up, and said, hey, you're more than welcome to come to training, come to see, the club and everything. And I've got an invitation to go on Saturday, which I think I'm going to accept. We don't play till Sunday. It means I don't get my afternoon out, but I think it'll be good for networking, take some photos, and they're playing Torrevieja, which is our rivals I told you about. So it's important to us because I think they're only 4 points behind. So that's my Saturday, and then my Sunday will be our game at 12 noon. And I'm looking at fixing the online coverage of these games. I won't go into it now. These are maybe things I should be talking about on the other channel, to be honest with you, for people that are really interested. But some of you do watch the live streams, and we're trying to look at the commentary side of that. I know a lad that's bilingual that can do a bit of Spanish, bit of English. I would like him to do that, but then you also need someone just to turn the camera. It's stupid, things like that. Away games are difficult because some clubs don't want you to broadcast live streams because it might affect attendance. But home games we have complete control over, and I want to improve that. And listen, we want to set up like an international supporters club. You could be involved with that. Do you know what I mean? Like if you're like, hey, I'm with you with this. I can imagine someone like Scott Cheetham. He's one of the lads that watch my videos. I've met him out here. He follows CF Benidorm. I can imagine him saying, I'm down for that. Let's get a UK, supporters branch straight away. Let's get it. Let's get it set up. Let's get a website. Let's get a Facebook group. Let's get membership, anything, and if you can make a few quid out of it, properly, fine. No problem with that. But we want to, to spread this great club. Trust me, guys. If you ever come, you'll fucking love it, honestly. And I hope you do, because I'll look after you, Right. I need to get a move on. I don't think I'm going to get time for a breakfast. I'm not. I'm certainly not going to be able to put my little intro, outro on. Right, let's do the shout outs. Not many, so these are super thanks. There's a love heart. If you've never noticed, there's a love heart under my videos, all right? I think it's underneath. It's called a super thanks. Yesterday, Mal Will bought me a coffee, if you like. I love the profile picture. I can't see it completely, but it's someone having a beer, black and white. It looks really cool. Can you tell me about that, Mal? What's that? It's tiny on my screen. Mal Will got me a super thanks. This is what I mean. Just I love people like this, right? There's no message there or anything. Just says thanks. Cheers, Don. I'm with you, brother, and my peoples. Niall, my brother, big brother Niall. He's a good friend of mine, as you know. He's also a channel member. Squad. Thank you, Niall. Blitzkrieg. Thanks for all your hard work. Another channel member. Pops up every now and then, and when he does, it's always like, that's a tenner. There you go, a couple of Magners or 4 bottles of lag, whatever. To be honest with you, the super chats should be to pay the bills, all right? No, a super chat, is that what it's? Super thanks. It should be to pay the bills, and yeah, my revenue's down quite a bit this month, which is a bit worrying, but thanks to people like Blitzkrieg, thanks for all your hard work, Don. Cheers, man. 4 people thumbs up his comment as well, which I appreciate that. That means other people in the community are saying, hey, thank you for that. Because not everyone can support you like that, So that's nice. Thank you. Thank you, Blitz. And Mark the Legend. Morning, Dunk. Getting close to Sherbet night. He's talking about Saturdays. Mark the Legend is a legend channel member. Schwad. And that's it, really. There's only, what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Cheers, guys. I appreciate you. My little army. And when I win that fucking lottery, you're going to be so glad you got me a super jet. I'm telling you right now. Right. Next. So there were super thanks. We now move on to super chats. These are from the stream last night. Bearing in mind the stream was only about 40 minutes. That's my fault. It was supported by Niall, Mark the Legend, Alan Metcalf, Gary, Benjamin Alford, and John Conway. Thank you very much, guys. Your support is paramount to my channel. I cannot do this channel without these super thanks, super chats, and channel membership. I just can't. I can't do it, and I'm not going to get into that habit of clickbaiting and flogging products to you or anything, right? I want to keep it real. I want this to be the most authentic, old school channel on the web, right? On the tubes or whatever. But I can't do it unless people walk with me, and that includes thumbsing up the videos and commenting. All right, so there's no excuse. You can support this channel by thumbsing up and dropping a comment. What else? I don't think anything came in in PayPal or Monzo. In the video description of all my videos, there's 3 links: alternative methods of supporting me, PayPal, Monzo. Revolut, the direct, it means it comes through straight away. YouTube doesn't get a cut. And Revolut, I joke about this, but it is true. Revolut is my beer kitty. That is the one on a Saturday where I go, yeah, I'll go for a drink. Yeah, or I'll go for a coffee or a breakfast or whatever. If there's nothing in it, that's how I've disciplined myself. I'm not going to the bank and taking money out of the bank. So if there's nothing in my Revolut, I don't have a social thing on a weekend. So I'm happy to say that my good friend Carl, who I met out here, which I think was last year. Carl, you know what my memory's like? He says it's Friday, so that can only mean one thing. And then there's 3 beer emojis, 3 pints. And he sent over a tenner to get some beers in. My people, man. How could you ever stop doing this? Like, seriously, if you won 100 million on Euro Millions, or million, 2 million, 10 million, who cares? Yeah, who cares? How could I ever go, all right, see you then? Break my heart. No. I just wish, I just got to play this lottery and win it for you guys. Oh, fucking hell, could you imagine it? We can all dream, can't we? Carl, thank you, man, you're a legend. Let me know when you're done and I'll put my shoes on. Okay. Carl, you're a legend, and you're someone that I consider a friend as well. I don't think there is anything else on Revolut, to be honest with you. Will I be going for a beer? No, maybe not at the moment. But the good thing is, I am going to go to that game of football on Saturday, so I'm not going to be out in the afternoon with Martin, unfortunately. I'll have to break that news to him today. I'm going to ask him if he wants to come to the football, but I don't think he will, with it being that time. I don't know when Sunderland play either. Saturday night I'll go to the football and I'll probably come back into town, and she'll be at work, won't she, till 8, so it probably works out well, really. So if you're interested in the Benidorm stuff that I do, CF Benidorm, there's a YouTube channel. It's CF Benidorm Talk, all right? Is the username on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and X. Okay, they're all operated by me. I also operate the club's official YouTube channel, but I haven't started on that yet. But these are things that I need to find time to do. But you've got to come first, and you always will come first. So I've got to shoot off because I've got to do that. Don't forget, subscribe to Duncan Laura and Duncan Oldham. All right, if you want to see the drone video. If you want to see her, she just walks around places going, amazing. All right. Listen, you have a great weekend. Don't forget we're live tonight. I haven't got time to schedule the stream yet, but it should be 7:30 UK time. All right. If it's 5 minutes late, don't worry. It just means I'm late picking her up. We'll have a great weekend. If there's anything you'd like me to talk about today, please leave a comment, because when I get back this afternoon, when she goes to work, I need to crack on with some stuff for you if there's something to talk about. All right, guys. Thanks for being fucking awesome. Thanks for watching. Whoever you are, whether you're here for good reasons or bad reasons, I hope you're here for good reasons, you know. Well, not about enjoying the video, but if you want to support me, please just thumbs up the video. Thumbs it down is the same thing, to be honest with you. But I'd appreciate the thumbs up. That shows my peoples love me. I love you. Drop me a comment if you've got time, if there's anything that you'd like to say to me. The comments and the interactions with the thumb thing helps the channel. And it just costs nothing, just a few seconds. Obviously, there's a channel membership. You can join the channel to support me. Then you become the squad, Then you get a little football next to your name in the comment section, and everyone knows you're really fucking important. And obviously there's a love heart somewhere, which is the super thanks. All right. And then we've got the links in the video description, and Revolut is my big key. All right. That's it. I will speak to you later, guys. I've got a lot to do, so you should hear from me later in the day. All right, guys. Take care.